remember me. Hello and welcome back. I'm finally streaming again, well, hopefully, and I'm finally finishing a tie review that should have been done immediately after the Kilgrave tie review. So I'm going to jump right into that, and then we'll talk about everything else coming up very briefly, because this is just a review video. I don't want to do too many things at once. I have to keep it all separated because you guys are going to watch this out of sequence probably, so it doesn't really matter what else is going on if you just wanted to see a tie review. Right? Okay. So I was interrupted because I like to do these fresh, to keep it genuine, to keep my first impression accurate when I first see the tie, but I just got a package. I'll do that later on. So I had to stop the review like 5 minutes in. I was just about to finish. So I apologize that I have seen this tie out of the plastic. I just threw away the plastic, like I said, about 6 minutes ago because I just closed the door. So apologies for me not having a genuine first look at this tie reaction. But it's fairly fresh, and I still have the same opinion on it. It's extremely similar. I'm sorry, this is the Shakespeare tie. I hope it's still called the Shakespeare tie from Magnoli. This is his latest version of the same tie, and if we do a side-by-side, which will be better than my first one because, as I said, I haven't done this in a while, so I was really bad at it. There we go. Get the new one and the old one there together. See, the new one is slightly darker in color, and the contrast on the eggs, if I rotate it and let it catch the light a little bit here, there we go, is a little more pronounced because of the darkness and the shape of the eggs themselves. That's the ovular pattern in the middle that the squares sit inside. That is a different color weave, or different weave direction to make it stand out. They call it the egg tie in the show, so I just call them eggs. Sorry, give you a little history as well as a review. But yeah, you see the eggs in the new tie. They are slightly more egg-shaped than the older tie here. It is a bit more rounded, and also the squares themselves. I put it right next to each other. If they're the same distance from you, you see the squares inside the eggs on the new tie. This guy, they are larger. So we will have to ask our good friend, the Ginger Doctor, who owns an actual Giorgio Armani tie that was worn in, not that was worn in the show, but the same brand maker style that was worn in the show. He owns one of these ties, and he can do a stitch-for-stitch comparison, and probably just look at this video and know exactly what I'm talking about, because he's as crazy as I am about these things. But we will ask him how accurate it is. But it's a beautiful tie. It's still that nice deep chocolate brown. It still has those bright contrasting blue squares on it, and I still think it's gorgeous. Isn't that pretty? I love the blues they always pick for this. That nice cornflower blue looks so good. So yeah, that is I'm sorry, I'll take the old one out. As the new Armani tie, I'm sorry, the new Shakespeare tie from Magnoli Clothiers. Still, again, 100% silk, and slightly different design, but I'm betting it's more accurate design. And as I said before, this is my default tie. If I'm not doing a specific show, recreation of Tooth and Claw, 80s Lantern, if I'm not wearing a costume designed after a show, doing an episode costume, I will wear this with a brown suit almost 100% of the time, easily 75% of the time. I will reach for this tie because it's just so darn pretty. I just love this tie, and I just now noticed, so it's a good thing I did get to redo this review. The lining has a little shimmer to it, and it didn't come out very well. There we go. I do it that way, it does. Yeah, there's a little shimmer to the lining on the back of the tie. But I am betting this guy didn't have the original. Yeah, the original is just a flat brown. Yeah, that's just plain satin, brown satin lining on my first Shakespeare tie, but this one has that little shimmer to it. It's pretty. That's a nice little touch. I like that. Okay, so fun fact. And oh, the lip, I'm sure that's distracting everyone because it's just the only thing I see when I look at myself in this video. That's why I'm looking at the ties mostly. I busted myself at work, so I'm doing fine. It's tooth didn't get loose, so I'm good. It just hurts. But yeah, I'm taking care of that, and yeah, that is the new Shakespeare tie from Magnoli Clothiers. Still would recommend every single one of their products. I just love everything I've ever bought from Magnoli. It works out really well, and yeah. Thanks for watching. Talk to you guys soon.